Hello everybody, I'm back. I have not uploaded to this channel since October of 2024. It is now April of 2025. My life has been crazy the last couple months. I finally have time just to sit and film again and really get back into horror like I have been. So that's been pretty exciting to recently get back. So I thought I'd come back. But during my time where my life was crazy hectic, I did manage to catch theater releases, so that was nice. And I am up to date on all of them, except I never ever caught Imaginary. I heard it's pretty bad, I just don't have any interest in catching it, so it wasn't even on this list. I don't even know where it would be if it was on this list. But last year I caught 39 horror movies. Most of them new theater releases, maybe a few not so much. But I caught 39. So I thought I'd come back with my best and worst of 2024. And I've also had a couple months to think on this because I made this list 2 days ago and I did struggle to remember some of the details. And that's kind of why some are ranked, because I could not remember some of them. And then I watched trailers and it reminded me of a few things. But let's just get into it. And we're going to start off with our worst horror movies of 2024. And we're going to go with number 10, Bad. And number 1 is going to be the worst horror movie of 2024. So at number 10, I do have a werewolf. Now, I do think they had a interesting idea that was entertaining to me to watch, at least. Werewolves taking over. And I do think that, some looks at werewolves were cool, the various werewolves. I just never really got into it. It kept me entertained, and some of these just above it, just did not. So that's kind of why I have it here. It was entertaining to me. It wasn't anything special. It was okay to me. And just above that, I have Trap. Yes, Trap by M. Night Shyamalan. Probably saying his name wrong. But yes, it was a weird switch on half. I do think there was an interesting idea that they came with and a really interesting hook. But the way they just went about it was just not great. I don't like how this movie just made you, so many things would happen. It was like, oh my god, you're not getting caught. And it happened just way too many times in a movie. And you can only forgive so much in a movie. And that kind of annoyed me. And then there was a switch from his daughter basically showing her singing concert ability halfway through and her becoming the main star halfway through, which was just, it was weird. It wasn't for me. I'm not a huge fan of M. Night myself personally. But yeah, just, there was worse others above it, obviously. And just above that, at number 8, I have The Exorcism. I'm not a big fan of religious and exorcism movies. I'm really not, personally. But this one was just a very basic, run-of-the-mill exorcist movie that we've gotten ever really since The Exorcist came out in 1973. So, it was just a basic, thought it was kind of interesting at first, but yeah. It was just a basic, nothing else to say, it was basic exorcism movie. And just above that, I have The Watchers. I really did not get huge into it. One of the biggest things for me now, looking back on this movie, is like, why do they not check under the carpet? And that's the logic thing that got to me. I do think it was semi-entertained. It kept me semi-entertained, but I did get bored watching this. And it did struggle to keep my attention. So, honestly, it was okay. I understand a lot of people didn't like it. Some people liked it. Me, wasn't for me. And just above The Watchers, I have Cinderella's Revenge. Now, I'm sure very few people know about this. I don't even know where it's streaming at. But there's 2 Cinderella horror movies that released. I only caught one of them. And it is not a great movie. And it kept me entertained a little bit. But if I'm being honest, the only reason it's not lower is because I have a little bit of interest in fairy tale horror, like a smidge interest. So it did keep me entertained, but I did get a little bit bored during the end, and quite honestly, I don't remember too much about this movie. But I do remember the concept of it and a few details about it, so that's kind of why I have it here. It's not great, but it kept me entertained. And just under that, I have Night Swim. Night Swim, I know a lot of people did not like this. I get it. I mean, I think it was a pretty bland idea. I mean, there's very basic tropes that you see in here. The dad, the swimming pool thing. It's not great by Blumhouse. It really isn't. It's not great. But if I'm being honest, it just wasn't there for me. I'm just not a big fan of it. I'm not gonna rip into it, but to be honest, I can't remember 100% of it with you right now. But it wasn't great. I remember the concept, but it wasn't great. And above that, and under that, I have Afraid. I'm not a big fan of AI horror right now. I'm really not at all. And I just did not like it. I mean, I thought it was pretty kind of obvious the way they were kind of going towards the end with technology. The family it was okay. I do think some of it was over the top and some of it was just, it was a bad AI movie. Basically, to the point is, it was a pretty bad AI horror movie. And oh boy, and just above that here, we're getting to our number 3 here. The Front Room. I did not like this movie. A lot of the humor for this movie was used as like poop like jokes and poop around, which is really, you know, it was just overly used. And like the mother-in-law was just very annoying to me, nagging along. Now I don't remember what they were trying to saying about it, but not really a fan. And also the husband just did not believe his wife halfway through. He was like believing her and then just stopped believing her. It was just really weird. I don't think that was ever explained, but that was just a really weird thing they did. It was just a really bad movie and one of the worst horror movies I've probably ever seen, if I'm being completely honest with you. And I've seen, I don't even know the exact number, I've seen a lot. And just above that, I have Skeletons in the Closet, a movie I'm sure not a lot of people have heard of. It's bad. Now, when I saw this, when I written down, because I write down all the movies I see this year to make this easier, I was like, Skeletons in the Closet, what is that? I watched the trailer, and then it all came back to memory. This was a snooze fest to get through. I was bored. I did not like it. The characters were not that bad to me. The ending, oh my god, I remember not liking the ending and thinking, oh my god, this is terrible. But it is just a bad horror movie, and it tells the story of just like their daughter, I believe, having cancer, and just how it takes to cure it. But they went around really bad. It was bad. It's bad. It's experience for sure. You gotta watch it to really know how bad it is. And at number 1, I have The Strangers Chapters 1 was the worst movie I've seen. And I am not a fan of the original Strangers movies. I prefer the sequel we got. I actually had fun with that one, but I did not like this. And this was just a walkthrough, basically repeat of what The Strangers was. I'm not even a fan of that one myself. I know a lot of people are. I'm not. And it was just a lot. Like, the characters made really stupid decisions. I thought it was kind of obvious where things were kind of going sometimes. I know we're getting a Strangers Chapter 2, which is actually replacing the release of Saw, which is insane of them to do, but because I think Saw will make a lot more money than Strangers Chapter 2, and I don't even know what they're going to do. I have a few predictions of what they're going to do, but if it's anything like this first chapter, it's going to be terrible. The first chapter, like, I made a whole video, and I still hate this movie. Like, I still remember things about it that I dislike. It is terrible. And I was so bored with it too. And this is the movie I probably struggled the most to get through. It was like, I just did not like it at all. But that really just concludes my ranking of the worst horror movies I saw this year in 2025. Next video will be a bit more, a little positive one of the top 10. So, I will see you guys in the next video, and I'll see you then.